Hey everybody, the Box99 here with a new episode, and as you can see, this is in fact not Mario Sports Mix. This is in fact Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Accelerator, Dueling Network, whatever. I don't care. This is my deck. Each card corresponds with a card in my deck, my real life deck, that is. If you have some issues with the deck, I'm sorry, but I do not have certain cards. And if you want more Yu-Gi-Oh videos, I will be happy to do them. And yeah, let's begin. So first off, we have Goblinberg, which is a very good card. Level 4, 1400 attack points, 0 defense. His effect states that when he's normal summoned, you can turn once per turn. But when this card is normal summoned, you can switch him into defense. Dispatch summon one level 4 or lower monster from your hand. Pretty helpful. I usually like to start out with him. I usually love to have him in my hand at the in the first turn, so I can start out with get a good start. Then we have Wind Up Soldier. I don't care what people say about Wind Up decks. I love them. Alright, Wind Up Soldier. He is level 4, 1800 attack points, 1200 defense. His effect states that he can increase his level by 1 and his attack by 400, and it can only be used once while he's face up on the field. So yeah, another pretty good card to have in your deck. Next we have Red Eyes Black Chick, level 1, 800 defense and 800 attack and 500 defense. His effect states that you can send him to the graveyard in order to special summon one Red Eyes Black Dragon from your hand. So yeah. I usually like having him because, well, corresponds well to my deck. Junk Synchron. We all know what this guy does, but just in case you didn't know, he is a level 3 tuner monster with 1300 attack points and 500 defense. His effect states when this card is normal summon, you can special summon one level 2 or lower monster from your graveyard in face-up defense position. That monster's effects are negated. So yeah, not really the best strategy, but you know, if you're trying to get like Junk Warrior on the field or something, it's pretty helpful to have. Next we have Zolga. Zolga is a pretty helpful monster. It's a level 4 monster with 1700 attack and 1200 defense. It says when you tribute this monster, when you tribute summon a monster by tributing this card, increasing the life points of the player who controlled. Tributing this card increased the life points of the player who controlled this card on the field by 200. So basically, it's saying like if you tribute a monster using Zolga, you gain the controller gains 2,000 life points. The one who controls Zolga, that basically means. I love using this guy. So yeah. Next we have Road Synchron. His effects. He's a level 4 tuner monster with 1600 attack and 800 defense. And this video is going to be much longer than I thought it would. I might have to break this up into 2 parts. If this card is used for a synchro summon of a monster that, other than Road Warrior, its level is decreased by 2. If this card attacks at the end of the damage step, it increases level by 1 until the end phase. So, yeah, that's pretty nice. Next, we have the Familiar Knight. He is a level 3. He's a level 3 monster with 1200 attack and 1400 defense. His effect states when this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard as a result of battle, each player can special summon one level 4 monster from their hand. Kind of useful, but you have to have a level 4 monster in your hand, and he also has to be destroyed by battle, so not really the best card, but hey. Next up is my favorite and most powerful card, but hardest to get on the field. It's the Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. Now you see why I had my Red Eyes Black Chick. Red Eyes Darkness Dragon is a level, I think that's 10, or, yeah, I think that's 10. He has 2400 attack points and 2000 defense. His effect says that this card cannot be normal summon or set. This card cannot be special summon except by tributing one Red Eyes Black Dragon on your side of the field. So, yeah. On your side of the field, increase the attack of this card by 300 points for each Dragon-type monster in your graveyard. So yeah, this is probably one of the best of the Red Eyes clan, as I shall call them from now on. The Red Eyes clan. Okay, next we have Red Gadget. Hooray, gadgets! I love gadgets. When this card, he is a level 4 monster with 1300 attack and 1500 defense. It says when this card is normal or special summon, you can add one yellow gadget from your deck to your hand. So pretty useful if you're trying to get a good defense going. Next we have Wind Up Rat. Wind Up Rats is a level 3 monster with 600 attack and 600 defense. He says basically what its effect is that when he's face up on the field, you can change it from attack to defense, and you can target one face up one monster in your graveyard, and you can special summon in defense. So yeah, it's not really the best effect, but if you're trying to get the carrier out, like if you're trying to get like Leviathan Dragon or carrier out on the field, you can do that. Because you can get like Wind Up Dog or something. I don't know. Next we have Armed Dragon level 3. He's a level 3. Bleh. Of course. Yeah, I wonder why he would be level 3. Definitely doesn't have something to do with his name. He is a level 3 monster with 1200 attack and 900 defense. His effect says that during my standby phase, I can send him to the graveyard and special summon a copy of Armed Dragon level 5 from my hand or my deck, not from the graveyard because he's already dead. So yeah, it's very nice to have, but it's hard to get Armed Dragon level 5 out because well, you got to protect him till the next standby phase. So not really the best card. Next we have Volcanic Blaster. Volcanic Blaster is a level 3 monster with 1200 attack and 600 defense. His effect states that when this card is destroyed by battle, you can place one volcanic monster in your deck to the top of your deck. I don't really recommend this card to those who don't use volcanics, or but if you use pyro type, he works well with a pyro deck, like most volcanics do. So if you use a pyro deck, I strongly recommend you use him. Next we have Green Gadget. He works just like Red Gadget, except he has the same level as Red Gadget, except 1400 attack and 600 defense. His effect states that when this card is normal summoned or special summoned, you can add one Red Gadget from your deck to your hand. Not from the graveyard, if you remember. Already 7 minutes into this video, we're not even halfway done with this deck. Yeah. Okay, next is Yellow Gadget. Yellow Gadget works the same way as Red and Green, except he has 1200 attack and 1200 defense. And basically you can normal summon you can add one Green Gadget from your hand to the deck when this monster is normal summoned or special summoned. Now we're going to get on to one of my better cards, Marie the Fallen One. Marie the Fallen One is a level 5 monster with 1700 attack and 1200 defense. Now, don't get discouraged, because you're probably like, oh, he's such a weak card for level 5. Well, no, you're forgetting it has an effect. Its access, as long as this card is in the graveyard, increase your life points by 200 during each of your standby phases. So yeah, pretty nice to have. I do like this card a lot. Next is Volcanic Scattershot. Volcanic Scattershot is a level 2 monster with 500 attack and 0 defense. His effect states when this card is sent to the graveyard, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. So already a good card, but it has a second effect. It says if this card is sent to the graveyard by the effect of Blaze Accelerator guard, basically means that you can destroy a monster by sending a pyro monster from your hand to the graveyard. You can send 2 Volcanic Scattershots, again another 1000 damage to your opponent already, from your hand / deck to the graveyard to destroy all monsters your opponent controls. Now this is already a good card, so really you can do 2000 damage if you have Tri-Blaze Accelerator and destroy all the monsters on the field. 2000 damage, that is a lot of damage, mind you. That's 1/4. Just in case you couldn't do math. Now, there are some copies in this deck, so be prepared for that. Wind Up Knight. Wind Up Knight is a level 4 monster with 1800 attack and 1200 defense. Wind Up Knight states that when a face-up Wind Up monster you control is targeted for an attack, you can negate the attack. This effect can only be used once while this face up on the field. Oh, by the way, all Wind Up monsters except the line of honeybee, that's for sure. All their effects can only be used once while they're face up on the field. So, also, I still have not gotten any new recording equipment, so I am very sorry for those who are wanting to see this in better quality. Next is Swallowtail Butterspy. Swallowtail Butterspy is a level 4 monster with 1800 attack and 1200 defense. Its effect states when another monster you control inflicts battle damage to your opponent, target one face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses attack equal to the battle damage inflicted. Already a great card. I love it a lot. Especially if you have Goblinberg in your hand at first. And then like you can get like Utopia out on the field pretty early. So I believe that is all we will be doing for this episode. I will try not to change my deck until the next part of this video. We did, see here, that is 10, we got 18 cards. 18 out of 51. Well, actually, plus the extra deck, it's 9. So really out of 60 cards, we got 18 done. Not bad for the first episode. I mean, we have a lot of cards to cover down there, extra deck. So yeah, we got alright, well, I guess I'll see you guys next time, because I don't want to waste all your time. Yeah, see you guys next time. Wrong button.